Alright guys, so I've got this listed up on OfferUp for like $900, right? And I've got a couple of them, so I know what their value is, but like these people on OfferUp are like, oh man, I'll give you, $200, I can pick it up right now. All kinds of crap, but nobody can come up with more than $300 or $400 because I couldn't get it to run. So I pulled the carb off and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna grab my phone right now and show you guys. So I just pulled it off real quick. Bottom screw right there. Went ahead and opened it and got all the fuel out of it so I don't have to sling this everywhere whenever I'm taking it apart. I'll show you guys how to do it. Oh, don't know if I showed you guys, but I took care of those batteries with a whole bunch of Epsom salt and water. Absolutely great, man. Super happy I got to watch those YouTube videos. They taught me what I needed to know. All right, so here we go. See if I can find a way to put this. I think I've done this before. Yeah, I think I've done this before. Alrighty then. Guess the trick is not to move it. Alright, so here we go. I went ahead and took this apart once before. I made a gasket for it, and I'll show you how. You can make yourself an assembly line. You don't have to worry about what you did and where. Because you know yourself and you know what you did. You know you would have pulled it from the right first and gone left. I've already opened this once. It was filled with mud. Still looks like it has a little bit of residual left. Yeah, there's still a residual. But made this gasket with 2 O-rings and a razor blade. Trick is just a brand new razor blade, make a straight cut, and then I use some super glue, cyanoacrylate, or whatever you want to call it, and put it in the bottom, and then let it comfortably sit and rest. Put it all together, make sure it was flush. When I got to the last piece, it was the overhang. I lined it up, made it a little too long, squeezed the two together, and then ran it across one more time. And then it left 0 gap, so it came out really well. So I got on eBay and bought these on auction for next to nothing. And these little brushes are your best friend. So we're going to go ahead and clean her up real quick. I know this doesn't matter because it's for the drain bolt, but that's okay. I still got to make sure it's clean. It is filthy. Good thing I did that. The biggest mistake most people have, believe it or not, is ego. They think because they did something that it's good. I lost a friend one time in the car show business because on the way back, his tires started giving him steering started bouncing back and forth, and he was really freaking out. He pulled over a couple of times, and I ran my hand across the tire, and I was like, well, the tire's bad. And he's like, oh, that can't be. There's less than 3,000 miles on this tires. What he didn't tell me was those tires were like 8 years old. So what had happened was 55 PSI tires sitting in one spot for years at a time and barely being ridden equals a bubble on the tread. Well, he wound up bringing it to my shop, told me to put tie rods on it and all kinds of other crap. I'm like, are you sure you don't want me to diagnose it? Man, I know what I'm talking about. It's my car. I built it, blah, blah, blah. So I did the tie rods, and then as I'm putting the wheels back on, I roll him the wheel, but the wheel won't roll straight because it's got a big bubble in it. So, what's wrong with the tire? Oh, the same thing that was wrong with it last year when you were too busy trying to make me look like a dumbass because you got top quality tires or whatever. So he had to pay me for the tie rods, and he was upset now that he'd seen it. Like, why didn't you tell me before? It's like, I did twice, you don't listen. So he was mad, but he paid me my $300 to do 2 tie rods in an alignment. with parts. And I never saw him again. So we weren't cool after that. I don't know why. He was a total douchebag after. I did see him again. He was a douchebag after. Either way. So we're just going to make sure. Alright. Screw number 3. 1, 2, and 3. Pull her out. Okay, now, earlier, this was cracked and broken. I don't know if you can see it or not. But it broke. So I used super glue and the plastic shavings from the ATV over there in the back. And so far, it seems to be gasoline proof. The rubber needle looks fine. So we're going to go ahead and stay with that. Let me see if I can clean it. These are welder's tips. If you want to go ahead and order them on eBay, get on and see if you can do it on auctions. Every time I talk about something like this, getting on eBay auctions, and how to buy something really cheap, they wind up stop doing it after a little while. Ooh, there's a little bit of resistance in this. Oh, that's because this is in there. There we go. Yep, this goes right through. All right, cool. Now there's supposed to be one more of these jets that I need to be concerned about. Let me go grab my flathead. Wow. Got it. Little flathead. Brilliant little device. I'm not a carburetor expert, but man, I sure do learn quick. How do we get her out? Oh, let's use one of these welding tips. It worked. Eureka. I thought so. This was the little one. Okay, I think this is an idle jet. Come on, camera, do your thing. Come on, camera. Nope, no dice. Oh well. It's dirty. We're going to try to clean it. There's my thin one. There's a thin one. Oh yeah, it's got some mud in it. It looks like rust. Couldn't even see those 4, 6. Is there more? Or is that it? It's 8 in total. 2, 4, 6, and 8. Alright. See, everybody knows that there's the one that goes through, right? Well, apparently there was 4 little ones, or 8 little ones on each corner, so I'm glad I got to pull that out. And I bet you now it's going to run. Alright, so I'm going to put it back together, okay? Pause. Bam. Alright, let's go put it on. Alright, you go in the hole. Ducky, go in the hole. In the hole. Alright, let's see what we can do. Okay, let's see what happens. Oh, shnikes. I got a drip. I got 2 drips. Oh shit, I did something. What the hell? Uh-oh. Looks like the meter stopped.